Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Chapter 51.
Right at the start of this section, it involves Guan Yu.
Ah, yes. Kongming actually wanted to execute him, the Guan Yu,
Wow. Why?
for a past failure, letting Cao Cao escape. But Liu Bei steps in. He pleads, based on their sworn brotherhood, their oath.
Right, that famous oath.
Yeah, and he asks for a chance for Guan Yu to make amends, to atone. And Kongming agrees. Guan Yu is pardoned.
That tells you so much about Liu Bei, doesn't it? Loyalty, that brotherhood thing, it's core to him.
It really is. It sets the stage for his character. It's not just talk. He lives by these bonds. And that loyalty, that sense of righteousness, it's a big part of his appeal, why people follow him even when he doesn't have much territory.
Absolutely. Okay, so while that's happening, let's look at Zhou Yu, victorious general.
He's reviewing his troops, handing out rewards, feeling pretty good, and his next target is clear. Nan Commandery.
He's poured a lot into this, hasn't he? Resources, men.
Oh, absolutely. He sees it as East Wu's rightful prize. They fought for it, they bled for it at Red Cliffs, essentially. He's confident it's his for the taking.
But then, an interruption, an envoy arrives.
Right. Sun Qian, sent by Liu Bei, the official reason, to congratulate Zhou Yu on the victory.
Just a friendly well done.
Well, that's the line. But Zhou Yu, he's immediately suspicious. His first question is, where is Liu Bei? And when he finds out Liu Bei and Kongming are camped nearby, really quite close, at Oil River mouth, well, his reaction is intense.
He suspects they're trying to pull a fast one.
Totally. He's instantly convinced they're there to take advantage, as the text says, to basically steal the city that East Wu fought for. He's really angry.
How angry?
Furious. He bursts out with something like, unless Zhou Yu is dead,
Yeah.
implying they won't get it while he draws breath. He feels completely undermined, betrayed, almost.
So he's not going to just send a strongly worded letter.
No way. He decides immediately to go confront Liu Bei himself. He even thinks, if talks fail, maybe he needs to eliminate Liu Bei. He takes Lu Su with him. This is serious business.
Okay, so Zhou Yu is heading over furious. What's happening back at Liu Bei's camp? Does Kongming see this coming?
Oh, absolutely. It's classic Kongming. Sun Qian returns, tells him Zhou Yu is coming for a visit. Liu Bei asks Kongming why.
And Kongming?
Kongming just laughs, that famous knowing laugh. He tells Liu Bei straight up, he's not coming to thank us for gifts. He's coming about Nan Commandery. He reads the situation perfectly, instantly.
Incredible foresight. So knowing Zhou Yu is coming and knowing why, what does Kongming advise Liu Bei to do? How do they prepare?
They don't just wait passively. Kongming arranges things. They set up a show of strength at Oil River mouth. Warships are lined up, troops are visible on the shore.
A little intimidation tactic?
Exactly. And Zhao Yun, a really formidable warrior, is sent to greet Zhou Yu. It's all designed to subtly put Zhou Yu off balance before the actual meeting even starts.
And does it work?
It seems to. The sources say Zhou Yu sees this display, and his initial bluster seems a bit shaken. He wasn't expecting such a well-prepared reception.
Okay, so the scene is set. They finally meet Zhou Yu, Lu Su, Liu Bei, Kongming in the tent. What happens?
After the basic greeting, Zhou Yu cuts right through it. He asks Liu Bei point blank, what are your intentions regarding Nan Commandery?
Direct question. How does Liu Bei answer? He can't exactly deny being there.
No, and this is where Kongming's coaching is key. Liu Bei delivers the line Kongming gave him. It's brilliant, really audacious.
What does he say?
He says something like, we heard you were attacking Nan Commandery, so we came to assist. If you don't take it, well, then I certainly will.
Wow, that's bold. Framing it as help, but with a clear threat hidden inside.
Precisely. It throws Zhou Yu off for a second.
How does Zhou Yu react to that? He must have pushed back hard.
Oh, he does. He scoffs, basically. Says Nan Commandery is practically his already, in his grasp.
Yo.
He insists East Wu has planned this conquest for ages, and now it's time.
Okay, standard counter. But then Liu Bei, still following the script.
Right, Liu Bei plays the next card Kongming dealt him. And this one is pure psychological genius. It targets Yu Zhu's pride directly.
How so?
Liu Bei starts casting doubt. He says, well, victory isn't guaranteed. Cao Cao uses peculiar strategies, and Cao Ren, the general defending the city, is famously brave, maybe unbeatable.
Ooh, suggesting Zhou Yu might actually fail.
Exactly. He's subtly questioning Zhou Yu's ability, and then he drops the line again, almost like a challenge. Look, if you cannot take it, then I will take it.
Putting Zhou Yu on the spot. Testing his ego.
And Zhou Yu walks right into it. His pride is stung. He basically declares, fine, if I fail, you can take it. A great man's word, once spoken, cannot be regretted. He commits himself publicly.
And Kongming seals the deal.
Instantly. Kongming jumps in, saying, that's a fair argument. He makes sure everyone heard it, naming himself and Lu Su as official witnesses to this verbal agreement. Trap sprung.
Just amazing, using Zhu Yu's own pride against him to lock him into a course of
A
actions.
masterclass.
So Zhu Yu and Lu Su leave, probably fuming but committed. What about Liu Bei? Is he celebrating this clever trick?
Not immediately. He actually gets worried. As soon as Zhu Yu's gone, he turns to Kongming and says basically, what have we done? If he does take the city, it's his. We've just given away our chance for a base. He's genuinely concerned.
He doesn't see the next step yet.
Right. And Kongming finds this amusing. He kind of playfully reminds Liu Bei, weren't you the one who refused Jingzhou before?
Ah, right, when it was offered by Liu Biao's family.
Yeah. And Liu Bei clarifies, look, I wouldn't take it from family like Liu Biao, but I'd definitely take it from Cao Cao.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair point. But that still doesn't solve the problem of how to get Nan Commandery if Zhu Yu takes it first.
And this is the big reveal. Kongming reassures him, completely confident. He tells Liu Bei essentially, don't worry, just let Zhu Yu go fight his heart out. Let him attack the city.
Okay.
Soon enough, Kongming promises, you, my lord, will be sitting high in Nan Commandery City.
Wow, just like that. How can he be so sure Zhu Yu is about to throw everything he has at that city?
That's the genius of it. Kongming isn't planning to stop Zhu Yu. He's planning to let Zhu Yu succeed, but at a crippling cost.
What do you mean?
Kongming anticipates that Zhu Yu, driven by that wounded pride in the agreement, will launch a ferocious, costly assault on Nan Commandery. He will likely take it, yes, because he's committed and capable.
But
But it will drain him. His army will be exhausted, casualties will be high, supplies low. He'll win the battle, but be incredibly vulnerable right afterward.
while Liu Bei's forces...
Have been waiting patiently at Oil River mouth, conserving their strength, fully supplied, ready to go.
So Kongming's plan is let Zhu Yu pay the butcher's bill to take the city.
Exactly. And then in that brief window after Zhu Yu has won,
Yeah.
but before he can recover or secure his position properly, Liu Bei's fresh troops can just walk in and take it.
Wow, so the victory itself becomes the trap.
Precisely.
Zhu Yu, the Wu commander,
Yeah, you could say that.
he makes this promise to Liu Bei, but he sees it as just a hollow favor, basically.
Well, he says Liu Bei can take Nan Commandery, but...
But he fully intends to grab it himself. He thinks it'll be easy.
Exactly. That sets the tone. He immediately sends off his vanguard. That's General Jiang Qin, with Xu Sheng and Ding Feng backing him up.
How many troops?
5,000 elite troops. Their job, cross the river, seize Nan Commandery. Quick and simple, or so he thinks.
Okay, so on the other side, the defending side, we've got Cao Ren. He's prepared his stronghold.
He has, and he's positioned General Cao Hong out at Yiling. This creates what they call a strategic horn.
A horn. So
Yeah.
not just like a pincer, but like a fixed strong point.
Exactly. It's a crucial supporting outpost, designed to strengthen the main position, apply pressure from another angle, and his orders are clear: hold tight, don't pick a fight, avoid direct engagement.
But there's always a but, isn't there?
Always in these stories. Despite Cao Ren's cautious orders, one of his generals, Nugent, described as pretty valiant. He's itching for a fight.
Doesn't like sitting around.
Not at all. He thinks staying in the city after they just lost a battle is, well, cowardly. He actually insists on leading a small force out,
How small.
just 500 elite soldiers, to go out and challenge the Wu forces directly. Bold, maybe? Maybe a bit reckless.
Okay, and this is where it gets really interesting.
It's where the plot thickens, absolutely. Ding Feng, one of the Wu generals, he engages Nugent's small group, and then he pulls off a classic move, the feigned defeat. He pretends to lose and run.
Oh, the oldest trick in the book.
And Nugent, full of that bravado.
He falls for it.
Hook, line, and sinker. He chases Ding Feng right into an encirclement. His 500 men are suddenly trapped deep inside the enemy formation.
Oh, dear. Okay, so what does Cao Ren do? He sees this happening from the walls.
He does. And what's truly fascinating is his immediate reaction. There's no hesitation.
No council of war.
None. He personally puts on his armor, gets on his horse, and takes just a few hundred stout warriors with him. And he charges straight into the Wu lines to rescue Nugent.
Wow, just like that, with only a few hundred men.
Just like that. It's not some calculated tactic. It feels more like pure visceral leadership, putting himself on the line.
That's incredible. And he gets Nugent out.
He does. But he doesn't stop there. After pulling Nugent to safety, he looks back.
Yeah.
and sees dozens of his own soldiers still trapped in the mess.
No way.
Yes, and he turns back, rides back into the thick of it, risking everything again to pull them out too.
He goes back in. That's unbelievable bravery.
It really is. He cuts his way through Jiang Qin's blockade, gets some timely help from his brother, Cao Chun, who arrives just then, and this whole display, this personal courage, this loyalty to his men, it completely routs the Wu army.
They weren't expecting that.
Not at all. Cao Ren snatches this unlikely victory. So, I mean, beyond the sheer audacity, what does this act teach us about leadership? I mean, not just back then, but maybe even now.
That's a great question. What does it tell us?
Well, I think it speaks directly to the psychological impact, a leader's personal risk-taking, how that affects troop morale, loyalty.
Right. Seeing the boss in the thick of it.
Exactly. In that era, personal valor often really did sway battles. A commander willing to share the danger faced the same risks. That inspires a whole different level of dedication compared to someone just directing from the rear.
It sends a powerful message.
It absolutely does. It basically broadcasts, I won't ask you to face dangers I'm not willing to face myself.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's almost a strategic move in itself, bolstering their fighting spirit as much as it is just a daring rescue.
That makes perfect sense. Okay, so speaking of morale, back at the Wu camp, things aren't looking so good.
No, Zhou Yu's initial confidence, that sort of arrogance, it's curdled into pure fury after Jiang Qin's, frankly, humiliating defeat.
He must have been livid.
Oh yeah, he's so enraged, he's actually ready to execute Jiang Qin right there on the spot.
Seriously, execute him.
That's what the text says. But his other generals plead for Jiang Qin's life. This whole setback, though, it forces Zhou Yu to rethink. He can't just waltz in, so he decides to prepare the main army himself for a direct fight with Cao Ren.
Okay, so he's doubling down on the direct approach.
That's his first instinct, yes, direct confrontation. But, given the recent failure and Cao Ren's unexpected resilience, let's say.
Is that really the best plan?
That's the question, isn't it? Is it the optimal strategy in this kind of fluid situation? And this is precisely where General Genning steps in.
Genning, he has a different idea.
A crucial, almost counterintuitive piece of advice. Instead of a direct, probably costly frontal assault on Nan Commandery, Genning suggests something else. First, take Yiling. Remember Yiling, the place Cao Hong holds, Cao Ren's strategic horn.
Right, the supporting position.
Exactly. Genning's reasoning is pretty clear. If they take Yiling first, Nan Commandery suddenly becomes untenable for Cao Ren. It forces Cao Ren's hand without needing that big, bloody head-on clash.
That's actually really smart. Undermine the main position by taking out the support.
Precisely. And Zhou Yu, despite being furious just moments before, he shows some strategic flexibility here.
He listens.
He listens. He recognizes the wisdom in Ganning's advice and agrees to the plan. He sends Ganning off with 3,000 soldiers to attack Yiling.
Okay, so a smaller force again, but targeted.
Targeted, exactly. It shows Zhou Yu can adapt even when he's frustrated.
All right, so Ganning moves quickly on Yiling, but Cao Ren must get wind of this.
He does. Scouts bring him the news. He consults his strategist, Chen Jiao.
And Chen Jiao agrees about Yiling being critical.
He does. He confirms, losing Yiling would make Nan Commandery indefensible. So Cao Ren reacts. He sends generals Cao Chen and Yu Jin.
Yu Jin again, the guy who was just rescued?
The very same one. Sends them off secretly to reinforce Cao Hong back at Yiling.
Okay, the plot twists again?
It keeps twisting. So Cao Hong, now reinforced and alerted by Cao Chen, he sets a trap of his own for Gan Ning.
Oh, turning the tables.
Sort of. He lures Gan Ning out. They fight maybe 20 skirmishes. Then Cao Hong does the feigned defeat thing himself.
Huh. Using their own trick against them.
Pretty much. He retreats, lets Gan Ning successfully capture Yiling by nightfall. So on the surface, hey, mission accomplished for Gan Ning.
But I sense a but.
There's always a but. As darkness falls, Cao Chen and Yu Jin's hidden forces arrive, and they encircle Gan Ning inside the Yiling he just captured.
Oh, wow. So Gan Ning is now the one besieged.
Exactly. Trapped in the city he just took, this rapid shift.
Yeah.
It really hammers home a lesson, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. How fast things can change. You think you've won, and suddenly you're the one in the trap.
Precisely. So Zhou Yu gets the news. Gan Ning is besieged. Now he faces a tough choice.
Right. He has to rescue Gan Ning, who's a vital general.
Extremely important.
But if he takes the main army to do that, his own main camp is left wide open for Cao Ren to potentially attack.
It's a classic dilemma. Risk one flank to save another. The generals start weighing in immediately. Cheng Pu says, rescue him now.
Makes sense. Can't leave a key general hanging.
Right. And Lu Meng steps up too, reinforcing how crucial Gan Ning is to their whole Jiandong force. But Lu Meng doesn't just state the problem.
He has a solution.
He proposes a really brilliant, multi-layered solution. He says, okay, Zhu Yu leads the main army to relieve Yiling. Lu Meng himself will be the vanguard. Zhu Yu can command the rear guard for safety.
Okay. But what about the main camp?
That's the clever part. Leave General Ling Tong behind to hold the main camp, but give him a solid force, 10,000 troops.
10,000. That's substantial. So Ling Tong has to hold off any potential attack from Cao Ren while Zhu Yu is away rescuing Gan Ning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this plan, it clearly resonates with Zhu Yu. He's highly impressed, especially when Ling Tong readily agrees, commits to holding the camp for a solid 10 days if needed.
Wow. That says a lot, doesn't it? About the trust there. The delegation.
It speaks volumes. Yeah, it's about trust, strategic delegation within their command structure.
Yeah.
It's not just Zhu Yu barking orders. It's commanders understanding the plan and stepping up.
Okay, so the rescue mission is on. Zhu Yu marches towards Yiling.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah.
As the army is marching, Lu Meng adds another crucial, really brilliant detail to the plan. Just a little tweak.
Oh, what now?
He suggests sending an extra 500 soldiers, just 500, off to a small kind of hidden road south of Yiling, a road that leads back towards Nan Commandery.
Okay, why? What are they supposed to do there?
Their specific job: cut down trees, block the road completely.
Block the road.
So
Lu Meng is thinking ahead. If Cao Ren's forces around Yiling are defeated.
exactly. Where will they retreat? Probably try to take that shortcut back to the safety of Nan Commandery.
But if the road's blocked.
Their horses won't be able to get through easily. They'll likely be forced to abandon their mounts.
And the Wu forces can just scoop them up, capture the horses.
Precisely. Valuable resources captured, enemy mobility crippled. If you connect this to the bigger picture, I mean, it shows an incredible level of foresight. Zhu Yu, moving towards Yiling, he's trying to rescue his general, Gan Ning, who's trapped by Cao Cao's forces. So his trusted general, Zhu Tai, makes this incredibly brave solo charge, like right into the enemy lines to get to Gan Ning.
A really heroic moment.
Totally. And this leads to a coordinated breakout, throws the Cao forces into, well, chaos. You've got Cao Hong, Cao Chun, Niu Jin, they're forced to just turn tail and run. They even abandoned over 500 horses. So right off the bat, it looks like a huge decisive win for Zhu Yu.
It does. But that initial success, as impressive as it is, it actually sets the stage for what comes next. It feeds into the trap. Zhu Yu feels that momentum, right? He pushes his advantage, drives his forces overnight towards the main prize, Nan Commandery. But then night falls and they bump into Cao Ren's horses, leads to this sort of messy, confusing skirmish in the dark, inconclusive. Both sides pull back to their camps, and that's when the real game begins.
Okay, so they've pulled back. Cao Ren's forces regrouping. Something else. Because this is where Cao Hong advises him to open a sealed letter from Cao Cao himself, this divine strategy it's called. What on earth was in it that got Cao Ren so excited? Because it sounds, well, pretty bold.
Oh, it absolutely was bold. Cao Cao's plan, laid out right there, was basically abandon the city at dawn, but not just sneak away. No, make it look like you're still holding strong. Plaster flags all over the battlements, a big show of force. Meanwhile, the actual army slips out quietly through 3 different gates. It's pure theater designed to fool Zhu Yu to make him think they're still dug in or maybe retreating in disarray.
Okay. And Zhu Yu, he's sharp, he observes things. He sees Cao Ren's forces leaving the city, but it's the details that snag his attention, right? Flags up on the walls, yes, but no guards, empty. And soldiers, they've got bundles tied at their waists. So what does he think is happening? What's his read on this?
His read is immediate. And it seems totally logical based on what he sees. He figures it's a full-on retreat, a desperate flight. The flags, just a pathetic attempt to pretend someone's home. The bundles, soldiers grabbing what little they can carry as they flee. He's seeing precisely, exactly what Cao Cao orchestrated for him to see. It's not just about the observation, it's about the interpretation that Cao Cao skillfully nudged him towards.
Right. So the observation itself was accurate, they were leaving. But the why behind it, the intent, he got that completely wrong. He saw desperation where there was actually a carefully laid trap. It's almost a textbook case, isn't it? How confidence, maybe overconfidence after that first win, can blind even brilliant people.
Precisely. Zhu Yu is absolutely brimming with confidence. He's got the earlier victory. He sees this obvious retreat. So he splits his forces. He tells Shangpu, take the rear guard, pursue those fleeing cowards. While he, Zhu Yu, leads the vanguard straight into Nankomandari, the abandoned city. He's essentially walking right into the lion's den thinking it's empty.
And then, snap. The trap springs. He deals with some minor skirmishes outside the city, easy wins, probably reinforcing his belief. Then he sees it, the main city gates, wide open, apparently unguarded, beckoning. He orders his troops rush in, dozens of cavalry charge ahead, and Zhou Yu himself, tasting victory, gallops right through the gate into that outer wall area, the Guangcheng, the Urn City. What happens in that instant sounds just brutal.
Oh, it is. The second Zhou Yu rides into that confined space, the Yu, Chen Zhao, up on a watchtower, basically yells out, "The Prime Minister's divine strategy is working," like a signal. Then a single gong sounds, that's the cue. And suddenly from all sides, arrows, crossbow bolts, it's like a hailstorm, just raining down. The cavalry who charged in first, they fall straight into hidden pit traps, their charge completely broken. Zhou Yu desperately tries to wheel his horse around, get out, but bam, he's hit. Crossbow bolt right in the left rib, knocks him clean off his horse.
Wow. Pit traps and archers. That's a multi-layered ambush. Ruthless. So the great commander, Zhou Yu, is down, wounded, inside the trap. What's the immediate fallout? Just chaos, I imagine.
Absolute chaos. Niu Jin, one of Cao Ren's generals, sees Zhou Yu fall and immediately rushes out from the city proper to capture him. But incredibly, Zhou Yu's saved. Xu Sheng and Ding Feng, two of his officers, fight like madmen to rescue him, pull him back. But then the main city gates swing open and out pours a wave of Cao Cao's soldiers. It causes a stampede among the Wu troops still trying to get in or figure out what's happening. Countless Wu soldiers end up falling into the defensive trenches around the city walls. Just total disarray.
So the attack comes from inside the Urn City and from the main city now.
Exactly. And Cheng Pu, who was supposed to be leading the pursuit, is probably hearing the disaster unfold. He tries to rally the forces outside the gate. But it's too late. Cao Ren and Cao Hong, remember they slipped out earlier, they'd split their forces. Now they attack Cheng Pu's disorganized troops from two sides. A pincer movement. What should have been Zhou Yu's triumphant entry becomes a crushing defeat for the Wu army. It's actually only thanks to another general, Ling Tong, arriving with a flanking force at just the right moment that the Wu army isn't completely wiped out.
Just barely saved from annihilation then.
Pretty much. Cao Ren retakes the city, victorious. He played it perfectly. And a defeated Cheng Pu has to gather the shattered remnants of the army and retreat back to their camp, carrying the severely injured Zhou Yu.
And this injury, it's not just a wound, is it? It becomes something more strategic. The doctor's diagnosis is pretty chilling. He tells Zhou Yu the bolt was poisoned. It won't heal quickly, and crucially, any strong emotion, especially anger, could cause a serious relapse. That's like handing the enemy a psychological weapon.
Yeah.
How do they use it?
Immediately, and quite cruelly, actually. Niu Jin, the same general who tried to capture Zhou Yu, starts this relentless campaign of taunting. Day after day, his troops are outside the Wu camp, shouting insults, challenging them to fight, but specifically calling for Zhou Yu by name. Cheng Pu knows Zhou Yu cannot get worked up. His health is fragile, so he tries desperately to keep the news of these taunts from Zhou Yu to shield him. But the insults are constant, they're loud, and they clearly start to demoralize the Wu officers. It puts immense pressure on Cheng Pu, so much so that he and his officers actually start considering a retreat, pulling back to Wu entirely, giving up.
Wow. So the physical wound becomes a lever for psychological warfare, potentially forcing a strategic retreat without another arrow being fired.
Zhou Yu.
Right. And the story starts with him supposedly suffering from a nasty arrow wound.
A Jin Shuang, the text calls it a metal wound. Sounds bad.
It does. And meanwhile, Cao Ren's forces, they're constantly probing the Wu camp.
Making trouble. But Zhou Yu's generals, like Cheng Pu, they're hesitant.
Understandably, yeah. They don't want to upset their commander, who's apparently badly injured.
But this is where the performance begins.
Oh, it's quite the performance. Despite this supposed illness, Zhou Yu calls them all in.
And he's not happy. Feigning rage, right?
Absolutely. He blasts them for inaction, declaring a true man should die on the battlefield wrapped in horsehide.
Wow. Powerful imagery.
Then he dramatically puts on his armor.
And rides out himself to face Cao Ren.
It's such a public display. Calculated, you have to think.
And the climax of this act, it's incredible.
It really is. He confronts Cao Ren's troops.
About to engage.
And then a loud cry. He spits blood.
Collapses right off his horse. Looks like he's done for.
The dedication to the role is, well, amazing. He sells it completely.
You can see why someone would fall for it.
Absolutely. So, back in the tent, the mask comes off.
He tells Cheng Pu privately.
Yeah. Admits the whole thing, the illness, the collapse, it was all a ruse.
Just to make Cao Ren think he's basically dying.
Exactly. And the strategy is simple. but
Yeah.
effective.
Send some defectors over.
Trusted soldiers, yeah. Have them spread the word. Zhou Yu is dead.
The goal being
To lure Cao Ren into a night raid. Make him think the Wu camp is vulnerable.
walking right into an ambush.
Precisely.
And they really commit to the illusion.
They do. The whole Wu camp goes into public mourning,
Sorrowful banners everywhere.
cementing the idea that Zhou Yu has actually perished. It's meticulous.
And Cao Ren, does he bite?
Hook, line, and sinker. He's back in his city, and reports start coming in.
From these supposed Wu defectors.
Yep. Confirming Zhou Yu's death, the morning.
And there's that clever detail, some of these defectors,
Were originally Cao's own soldiers, captured earlier by Wu.
which must have made their story seem incredibly credible.
Totally. You could just feel Cao Ren's excitement building.
He immediately talks to his generals, plans a night attack,
Right. Wants to grab Zhou Yu's body, his head even.
send it back to Yudu as a trophy.
His advisor, Chen Zhao, urges him to move fast. No delays.
Playing right into Zhou Yu's hands.
Perfectly. So the deployment shows how confident, maybe overconfident, he was.
Cao Ren leads the main force himself.
He does. Nujin as vanguard, Cao Hong and Cao Chen guarding the rear.
Leaves only a small force back in the city.
Just Chen Zhao and a few troops. They're all in.
So, under cover of darkness.
They approach Zhou Yu's main camp.
And it's quiet,
Eerily quiet. Looks deserted.
but there are flags, spears.
Ixchaki Kang, basically. Empty props. Flags and spears stuck in the ground to look like an army's there.
A decoy.
A very effective decoy. Up close, the emptiness signals the trap.
That sinking feeling when you realize.
Exactly, it's sprung.
And what a trap it was, he orders a retreat.
Too late. Cannon fire erupts. All sides.
Andang, Zhang Qin from the east,
Pu Tai, Pan Zhang from the west,
Xu Sheng, Ding Feng from the south.
and Chen Wu, Lu Meng from the north. A coordinated onslaught.
Total chaos for Cao Ren's forces.
Complete rout. They're scattered, can't help each other, overwhelmed.
Cao Ren himself barely gets out.
Fights his way through with just like a dozen riders.
Meets up with Cao Hong eventually.
Yeah, they gather whoever's left and they just run towards Xiangyang.
But Zhou Yu isn't done with them yet.
Not quite. Even as they flee, they get ambushed again.
First by Ling Tong.
Then by Gan Ning. More losses.
So Cao Ren gives up on Nan Commandery entirely.
Decides it's too risky. Flees straight for Xiangyang.
So for Zhou Yu, mission accomplished, right? A brilliant victory.
It seems that way. A masterclass in deception and ambush.
You'd think that's the end of the story. Zhou Yu wins.
You absolutely would think that. He and Cheng Pu head for Nan Commandery.
Expecting to just walk in and take the now undefended city.
But this is Romance of the Three Kingdoms. There's always another layer.
And this is where it gets, well, kind of mind-blowing.
It really is. Because they get to the city.
And someone shouts down from the wall.
A general, yes.
Uh,
And he reveals the city's already been taken.
taken? By
Like-
who?
Under orders from Zhuge Liang.
Zhou Yan!
And the general on the wall.
Zhao Zilong.
Wow. Okay, so Zhuge Liang somehow knew about Zhou Yu's plan.
Or at least saw the opportunity Zhou Yu's plan created. The audacity is just something else.
Zhou Yu must have been furious.
Enraged. Initially, he wants to attack Nan Commandery right away.
But he changes his mind.
He does. A shrewd move, maybe. He decides to send forces elsewhere first.
Gan Ning to Jingzhou, Ling Tong to Xianyang.
Right. Try to grab those key locations before dealing with the Zhuge Liang at Nan Commandery. Maybe trying to outflank him strategically.
But then more news arrives.
Yeah, the bad news just keeps rolling in for Zhou Yu. Scouts rush back.
And Jingzhou.
Already taken.
By Zhuge Liang's forces, too. How?
Zhuge Liang used something called a bingfu.
A military tally, like
Yeah.
an official token for orders.
Exactly. Often split in two halves for authentication. He used one to trick the defenders into leaving Jingzhou.
Trick them how?
Made them think they needed to go rescue Cao Ren.
So they leave the city undefended, and Jing Fei just walks in, takes it without a fight.
Unbelievable. Okay, what about
The
Xinyan?
same story, different city. Xiangyang's gone too.
Also Zirgling.
Yep. Sent someone else with another Bing for
Extending to Bei.
Cao Ren requesting aid. This lures Xiahou out of Xiangyang.
Leaving it open for?
Guan Yu swoops in, takes the city. Again, minimal effort, maximum gain.
So Zhou Yu fights this huge battle, executes this complex plan.
And Zhuge Liang picks up 3 major commanderies almost effortlessly, leveraging the chaos Zhou Yu created.
But wait, these Bingfu, these tallies, they're crucial military credentials. How did Zhuge Liang get his hands on them?
Ah, that's the final piece. Cheng Pu reveals it.
Go on.
Remember Chen Jiao? the advisor Cao Ren left behind.
The one who urged the quick attack.
Yeah, Zhuge Liang's forces captured him during the rout.
And Chen Zhao had the tallies.
Presumably, yes. Or access to them. Zhuge Liang captured the key, essentially.
The ultimate opportunistic strike, taking advantage of the confusion.
It's ruthless efficiency.
And Zhu Yu's reaction to all this.
It's devastating. He's overwhelmed, lets out a cry.
And that arrow wound, the one he faked.
It bursts open again, this time, for real. The physical manifestation of his strategic defeat.
And he has that bitter lament. Which means?
Roughly. These commanderies are not mine, for whom have I toiled so hard?